Hello, people. How's it going? Let's talk about speed. Yes, the speed force. In a sense, speed definitely helps when it comes to taking initiative. Why? Mostly because you're just gonna do it. And you're gonna give it your best shot at the fastest speed that you can. For me, personally, this is going to become an initiative for to link up with balance as well. What I mean is, well, I need to get that initial speed, to get a momentum going. And on this specific case, which was just a minor poke I received on Tumblr while I was drawing dogs, and it's been pushed for a long, long, long time, mostly because I'm still dealing with contracts and working on my comic. Yet, there comes the day today where I'm like, you know what? Okay, let's give it a shot. Let's just go for it, blitz it, see what I can pull off as fast as I can. And just initially starting that way basically began the momentum, began the let's do it aspect of it all, which basically just got me going. I mean, how do I specifically mention this? This is a tad bit difficult to properly say, mostly because it's more of a personal thing. It's more of a personal goal, a personal challenge, and a personal motivator. And of course, there are many tools to help you get motivated. Yet you kind of have to understand each one kind of works for yourself, or let's say not all tools are going to work for you, and finding what motivates you is often just stacking up tools. So going through research, I've been looking at multiple resources, been looking at psychology, been looking at neurological programming and all that, and basically just amassing an amount of tool to try and pump myself up to get shit done. Even taking like a 6-hour audiobook on discipline, and basically things weren't really clicking. I was taking a lot of notes, I was understanding many of the concept, but there still wasn't that driving force there, there still wasn't that meter burn going on. So aside from gaming analogies that I can make, I still needed something else. And the competitive aspect, which I used to have back around high school and previously, this is what I wanted to bring back, because I had a much better output back then when it comes to overall things. And basically the competitive aspect was, it was good in a sense. It kept me on my toes in a sense. So instead of making it direct competition, how do I, let's say, bring that kind of a spark back? And for me, it was just, okay, well, accomplish it, do it as fast as you can, because if you take it slow, for me, it pushes me towards that perfectionist aspect, that annoying perfectionist aspect that's always hypercritical of everything that is being made or everything I draw, and saying, oh, I have to draw it up to this level and blah 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 blah. And it's like, you know what, screw that side, just do it. Look at the end of the work and see what could have been made better, what could have changed, and basically next time you just say, okay, well, I'll remember that, or I'll make that mistake enough time that I'll remember that I need to correct that. And guess what? I have it on video footage, so as I'm watching this while recording, I'm seeing the mistakes that I've made and I can modify them. Going with the aspect of speed is also noticing what can I do to keep elements of the drawing consistent while having more speed to it. One of the big things that I've been using on this drawing specifically was trying to encompass each character dog heads, because the Tumblr user has a OC band of dogs, they're pop singers and various styles. So encompass the dog shapes and then add the guidelines. And a trick that I want to try and implement a bit more was, along with having the shapes going, break it down into 3D or 3-dimension volumes. Like, there's a way I can feel volumes by playing around with the outline weight, because darker, fatter has bigger weight to it. Yet if I try to deconstruct it as well as fast as I can. After laying out that overall shape, then I might be able to get a better result. And all of this is stuff that I'll be able to integrate by just doing it, and keeping notes on it and just rechecking the performance. It's not going to happen overnight, and this is something that is, at times it could be a hard pill to swallow, yet you got to tell yourself, when it comes to improvement, it'll happen gradually. I mean, already now I'm getting a much better recording camera placement, even though there's that top part which I cannot seem to encompass. What am I going to do next time? Well, I'm going to zone in my paper, my canvas. I'm going to make a zone to draw in so that basically everything's going to be kept in that zone, and if there are any extras, then who knows, maybe they won't be seen, maybe they won't be cut off by the scanner as well, yet everything is going to be included. So just doing these mistakes over and over and over, you get to learn, and at the same time, when you get to learn, well, guess what, you get better. And all this is incremental type of stuff. It's no use beating yourself up over little mistakes that you're basically gonna learn how to improve as you go, or as you keep reminders and recheck those reminders. That's why journaling is a beast. Because whenever you sit down, you lie down, and you think about all, you ask yourself the right questions to get things done in life, then you're going to note these down on your journal, and when it's time to make a revision, you're going to check those out and be like, okay, well, maybe I need to do a small banner with these notes because I seem to forget these often. When it comes to animation drawing, something that a small banner I want to have next to my desk is talking about feeling the character out, understanding or hearing the character's voice, being an actor and doing the character's movements and all characters' movements. So doing a bit of role play with that as I'm drawing. Why? Because I'll get to understand the movement, I'll get to play around actor style with what the character is going through and what the character is saying, and I get to understand the interaction between two characters. And it's something that, while I draw, it's at times it just comes in naturally, but I still might need to set myself a reminder just a reminder before I go back on the board, because as soon as I go back on the board, my mind needs to go blank and basically feel all of this. So having those reminders, but not restricting myself to them, using them as a ramp off point, so that if I start at high speed, I'll have somewhat of an idea in my head, and then I'll just go for broke with it. It's a tough balance, but hey, you do it. You learn more tools, you get from mentors, you learn from mentors, you learn from other artists, and then you keep going. It's fun. It's just fun. Why? Because it's kind of like leveling up every time, having a tad bit of experience here and there, but once you get a keynote, something that's going to help you break through your art, try new things, figure things out, you just get a lot of joy from it, the rage that happens from the supposed art blocks that could occur, that shit just goes away. Why? Because you're learning, you're getting experience as you go. So it's been rough to try and balance it out, yet asking the right questions, like how can I make this better, how can I improve, how can I get faster, and then basically just going for it, taking notes on what you've been going through after you draw or after you try certain things, and then revising those notes. You always take incremental steps to go further, and this is the whole improvement. You want to get better, so you're gonna go up to a length where you'll get better incrementally every time you do it, yet you're not gonna go nuts and tell yourself, oh, I gotta go better overnight, I gotta go better now. It's always difficult to balance it all, yet just keep that as a note. It's all about balance and not beating yourself hard, but keeping yourself competitive with your previous day, with your previous drawings, with your previous work, and just go. So what's going to be happening? Well, a lot of tasks that I need to finish, especially when it comes to client work, those are going to be done with the same philosophy. not rushing them out, but just tackling them with high speed and going for broke when it comes to that. So I'll give you guys some more updates this month / this week. There's definitely going to be some update this week. I'm not telling you what it's going to be, and Patreon's getting some more updates as well. So guys, thank you again for the support and the patience. There will be more, possibly some Street Fighter streaming around the week. I'll keep you guys updated. Keep in tune with the Twitter and Instagram. Alright, thanks to God, guys. Later.